Maybe you don't know how to read. Maybe that's why you did that. Okay. And blocked because I think you're lying. I don't think you're African, and I think you came on here to lie. I don't trust y'all when y'all don't have photos. I don't like that. I don't trust y'all. We done seen what happens. We be having these, it was that Indian man. He posed as a black woman on Twitter for I don't know how long. I'm not playing with y'all. I can't do that. Girl, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like when people who have blank photos be like, I'm this, I'm that. Okay, man, but I can't even see or tell or nothing, huh? Yeah, I don't trust that. I don't like that. Don't be getting up here talking about I'm this, I'm that. I don't believe you. Yeah, and y'all are actually the reason why I still have questions, because if y'all can get up and attest to what you went through, I feel like shit, she need to explain something, because that's crazy as fuck. So I don't know what y'all thought y'all saw, but I ain't getting no damn cease and desist letter, because again, defamation of character is not protected speech. Protected speech is opinion, parody, or truth. So I don't know what to tell y'all guys, but please don't let people bully you into silence because they start throwing out legal terms. Just look the legal terms up, because that ain't right, man. Like you need to figure out why would you come after me over all these other people? Like, actually, no, girl. Now, slander, I'm gonna try to like break this up so it's easier to understand. It's basically when you're verbally spreading a rumor, a false rumor. It's verbal. Yeah. But with social media, it's easy to get evidence, because normally, like, if somebody said something and you can't prove they said it, there's no case. Now, when y'all hear people say libel, that's the counterpart to slander. So that's defamation that's written, published, or broadcasted. But yeah, that's it, guys. Okay, so defamation of character is the overall category. Okay. And then slander is when it's spoken, and then libel is when it's written or published. I talk. Yep, I talk. To get rid of anxiety, I talk. Yeah, it's not. That's what I was trying to tell people too. I thought white on your, like, what the fuck? So, I was like, again, this is another fucking reason why you gotta stop being mean to people, man. You gotta stop going in so hard on, black people and black spiritual practices. And you know what we dealing with. We're dealing with being lost. We're dealing with what colonization did to us. You gotta chill out with that shit. You gotta chill out with that shit. If I was y'all, I would stop going back with whoever the fuck Candy Girl is, because that, I don't even know. Honestly, absolutely not. I don't actually believe that person is even African, and I don't like that. I don't like that behavior. I don't like that at all. People can just get up, they can make whatever page, and they can just start saying whatever the fuck they want to say. I don't believe that. I don't. I've never had an African person disagree with me when I say light-skinned people should stay out of, like, that's a lie. I don't believe them. Sorry, I just don't believe them. I don't. Okay. There was nothing wrong with what I said. And then for them to twist that, it was like, nah, so either that's a triggered light skin, or I don't know who the fuck they are, child. I don't have time for that. Because again, that's entitlement. All I said was you shouldn't be bullying other black people about black spiritual practices, especially when, like, if your mama is white, come on, man, don't do that. You shouldn't be bullying black people about black spiritual practices. Just focus on your spiritual path. So for you to feel like I can't bully people, like, yeah, bitch, oh my God. That's how I felt too. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
Oh, and
what the fuck is this?
Girls from high school.
What the fuck is this? Hold on, y'all. Oh, I thought somebody lost their mind tonight. I thought somebody lost their mind. Yeah. I thought somebody lost their mind. Okay. I'm back. Yeah, it's entitlement. So what I said honestly shouldn't upset anybody, because genuinely, guys, we're not even supposed to be bullying each other about spiritual practices at all anyway. Like, I'm okay with you bullying a bully, but like, what reason is there to be so hard on each other about our spiritual practices? Like, I try my best not to be that way unless I feel like it's endangering people. But honestly, what reason do we have to be like that, you know? So no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. But yeah, I think that person lied. I don't actually believe that. And I don't like it because sometimes just with Voodoo Bae and the way that she'll FaceTime African women, I do not like when people say, oh, look, I have an African friend, so that makes me the real deal. So I don't like that behavior. Like, I don't want you using anyone African. I don't want you using Africa itself as a way to shut people up or be like, I say, don't even. I don't like that. People who put on fake African accents. Oh my God, please. It's annoying. And it's honestly, it's insulting to, like, what? Oh, thank you. That's what scares me about situations like this. Unfortunately, I'm the bearer of bad truth to a lot of people. And so far, I have not been wrong on channeling a predator, which is why I'm just asking questions I need to understand, because I don't want to believe all the things, but out of respect for myself as a victim, it's like, I gotta question. I have to question this, because I can't just automatically side with someone who's being accused of stuff like this. I have to really be like, bitch, you need to make this make sense, bitch, because I'm not fucking with this. I'm not fucking with this shit, man. Yeah, see, Eric Colin should have minded his motherfucking business, because now he see, everybody like, who, what man, Eric Colin. Yeah, that's when I started to no, I need people to know, because you're not about to sit up here and talk shit about me like that and then act like it's just supposed to go away. But yeah, that's when I started to question Babalaos as well, when I would tell people the same exact precise things that the Babalao would say. But the difference is, I'm not telling people all Babalaos are wrong. I'm just letting them know that a lot of them are. Like, it's just like the church. A lot of them will try to sleep with you. They flirting with you. They taking advantage of people. It's unfortunately just like the church. Do I think that there are genuine pastors out there? Yeah. But I think it's rare, like you said. But yeah, I would tell somebody something and they'd be like, oh, my Babalao said he was the only person that could tell me this, but you just said the same thing. And I'm like, okay. So that also kind of added to why it's hard for me to devote myself to the idea of a Babalao the way that other people want me to devote myself to the idea, because how am I able to receive the same information? So I don't promise it to people. You never promise people anything with spiritual work. I don't think you should. But I'll tell them what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, and hope for the best, bitch. It's like I'm taking a leap of faith every time I read, but nah, man. So yes, I did get the fuck up and say I'm a Babalao because I was pissed. And I fight spiritually and physically. I fight. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. Y'all kiss my ass. You know, because it's like, I want to upset the right type of people. I want to upset the predators, the bullies. I want to upset people who use a big platform to be a piece of shit. Yeah. Really? I'm such a Scorpio. I can count on one hand how many people I've let read for me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just disappointed today. Some days I have rage. A lot of days when y'all don't see me on TikTok, it's because I'm having a great day. And then some days, I think what disappointed me is to see this supposed priestess following me on TikTok. It just kind of freaked me out. And I know she's associates with Eric. I don't know how close they are. I don't know if they're like friends, best friends, but she be making videos tagging them. And I'm just trying to understand, like, why you got to follow me on here. It's giving groupie behavior, in my opinion, because I'm like, you love to tag Eric. You love to tag Eric. You love to tag him and talk to him. And that is why we lose a lot of faith in these racially ambiguous people, because y'all will sit up here and see this non-black man talking shit about a black woman's hair, and you act like it's okay. And that is why we end up feeling like we can't relate to y'all, because it's not. Oh my God. When it's time to show your sisterhood, when it's time to relate to your blackness, a lot of them don't. And I'm like, okay. Okay. And my experience as a black woman in Houston, Texas, it is different than being a mixed person in New York or New Jersey. Yeah. So for me, there is never a day where white people think I'm white. Yeah, there's never a day where, like, when I was younger, I feel like people were asking if I was mixed, but that's not a regular thing now. I don't have the option of being black when I want to be. Like, it's not. So I just don't relate. I don't relate to the obnoxiousness of it all. I don't relate to that because, yeah. So, yeah. Wait, what? Let me scroll up and read. Yeah, I see spiritualists do that all day. They will keep. I had that happen to me by a supposed priestess. They won't tell you certain things to keep you foolish, out of control. Yeah. So today I'm just in a disappointed mood. I did see people sent me the videos of Charmcaster, and I can't blame him or them. The second season, their whole staff changed up and the emails were booked up, and I just said, okay, maybe I don't work with them this next season. And then that was it. I do not like to push. I'm like, you know what? If it ain't flowing, it ain't going. That is my new mantra. So like, as a modern day mermaid, I'm very interested in flow. So, cause the first time I got on there, oh, wow. It was so easy. Nobody hazed me. Nobody like put me through a lot. Nobody was treating me crazy. They were very kind. They were very nice. And it's two costume designers in specific where they work on other TV shows. So they were trying to tell me like they no longer work with P-Valley for this upcoming season because the costume designers change out through the seasons. But yeah, it was so, I couldn't believe how easy it was. I thought I was going to get treated badly. So honestly, y'all, it set a new standard for me with the way that I expect people to behave in the entertainment industry, because they were so kind. And the only reason I applied to work and send my outfits to P-Valley was because Shannon Thornton had posted a photo, and I have a screenshot of it, and she put hashtag Yemaya or Yemoja. And I said, I don't know what y'all doing, bitch, but I'm about to really like get into this. Cause she said hashtag Yemoja or Yemaya. And I remember I prayed and I was like, yeah, Maya, it would be amazing if I could put my clothes on this show. And all I did was look up the costume designer, and I hit her up on Instagram. She was like, "How did you find me?" And I said, "I'm sorry. I kind of looked you up. I kind of investigated the costume designers from P-Valley, and your name came up in an article." And she was like, "Okay." I said, "Well, may I put my clothes on the upcoming season?" She said, "Okay." And she just liked a bunch of photos. And then she said, "Okay." And then they put me in a group chat. And then I was talking to the accounting department. And then that was it. So when things do not feel that flowy for me, so season 3 has not felt like a flow. Season 3, their mailing, what is it? Their email address was really full. So you can't even email the old email addresses I have. The accounting department is also different. So I tried to talk to all the same people that I talked to last time. They don't work there anymore. So I said, you know what? I don't care. I'm moving forward. I need this to be easy. If it's not going to be easy, I'm not doing it. I need this to be easy. I'm tired. I'm tired of a lot of black labor. I'm tired of... No. But I still thought it was awesome that they were so nice, and it was just really simple and wow, you know. Yeah, season 2 been out. I think they're working on season 3 now. Nothing bad happened with Charm. So is that his name, Charm? I've tried to call him Charm Caster because I didn't know. Yeah. No, people just sent me video clips of him on his live talking about me and Voodoo Bay. And he just, he said he unfollowed her because he don't understand her response to the allegations. And he don't want to be associated with nobody who's associated with child predators. And that's what I was trying to tell Alicia, because I'm like, girl, you better clear this shit up, bitch. Because like this we are very sensitive right now. We are looking at Diddy, you know. So when you're dealing with people who are 20 through 30s, so you're dealing with the 90s babies and you're dealing with the babies born in the 2000s, we are not, we are fed up with watching predators grow and become these untouchable figures. We are so tired of that. So when we see like, bitch, you know, when we see some shit, we call it out. So maybe she's not used to this new energy, but that is the 90s babies and the early 2000s babies. We really go in. We don't want to see another Diddy situation, bitch. Yeah. So nah, man, I was like, man, I can't even blame him, because what the fuck? Cause what the hell? Like, when she was talking about initiation and spiritual practices, and she didn't like the way that I do my spirituality, I didn't watch them videos, by the way, y'all. I don't actually know what she said about me and the Orisha. I don't know what she said, because while one thing about being a mermaid, being a siren, we understand, okay, Venus gave birth to Mercury, right? Venus, love, mermaid born from sea foam. Venus, the siren, born from sea foam. Okay, so love come from water and the voice come from her. So again, our words, sirens in Greek culture, yes, they flew before they swam. Okay, so like it all connects. So I said all that to say, if somebody is saying something that I already know I'm not going to like and I'm not going to agree with, and there's no point of me talking to them, then I'm not going to listen to it, because there's no point. But when I started seeing allegations of her being also close friends with a child predator, then I felt like, oh, bitch, we need to have a conversation, because you're not about to be trying to check my spiritual practices. You're trying to check the way that I do spirituality, but yet you're not checking, like, I can't understand it, bitch. I'm glitching. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand. You make all these performative videos with chickens against Tanya and Sarah, but why don't you pull out a chicken against Silverback? I don't get that. And is Silverback really just up living his life? Why is he not under the prison? You got them photos of them babies. So look, man, I don't know if I do. I don't know if I got Gullah in my background. I don't know. I know specifically that we have indigenous. I know the tribes, but I've never dived into that. I know. What else? Oh, child, what the hell? Well, okay, so being a black Southerner, you're probably, if you actually research your family, or if you, I don't know, because for us, a lot of us got voodoo, Vodun, and hoodoo background, because your different relatives tried different things. So that's another thing. I don't feel the need to brag about my family members, having to prove why I do what I do. I just don't want to subscribe to seeking approval from outside sources. I don't want to set my life up to where I only do things based off what somebody else said I can do. I feel like that's not a good use of our life purpose. So when people say, well, who are your elders? Who are this? Who are that? Why would I tell you that? I don't know you. I don't know how old you are. I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't have to prove my existence to somebody else. You didn't create me. You can never create something like me. Okay. You don't, what the fuck? So yeah, it's kind of sad to see people be like, you can't practice this. You can't do that shit. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about. Like, I don't. Good and bad spirits can use digital devices, good and bad. But honestly, I do believe that if I were just completely in the wrong, I do believe that Oshun could just shut me the fuck down. Not Voodoo Bay though. Not Alicia Marie Chef or whatever the fuck. Not her. But because I haven't been shut down in the way that people want me to, it kind of feels like, oh no, Alicia, you doing something. Because I've been checked by the Orisha. I feel like I've been checked by spirits before where it's like, no, let's not do that. I feel like but right now I just feel like I'm inquisitive and I want answers, and it hurts me. It hurts. I don't want to see spiritual leaders. I don't want to see people with big platforms getting away with bullshit. That's all, Do you know how many lives have probably been ruined from people with big platforms, being obnoxious, being bullies? I mean, people are sensitive when they come to you for spiritual services. They're sensitive. Let me give you guys an example. So me being a daughter of three waters, right? Me being a mermaid, right? I'll have different relations to different water deities. And it all depends on what energy and what information I need at a certain time. But in my readings, I don't be yelling at y'all. I'm not cussing y'all out. I'm actually quite patient, which is, some people have tried to take advantage of that. But the Yemoja in me, you'll see her when I care about kids, when I'm going against predatory behavior. That's all mermaid. That's all siren. But on the phone with clients, what I notice with immature spiritualists is they brag about, oh, you better than me. I cuss my clients out. And it's like, why? Your client is the one that's going through shit. Do you not realize your privilege as the spiritualist, the full-time spiritualist? Your life is probably a little better than your clients in the time being, because things can go up and down. But for you to be cussing out your client, they need a safe space to talk to somebody, and they feeling vulnerable. What is the point? I don't need to cuss nobody out. First off, y'all got to learn real empathy. Real empathy does not look like badgering somebody when they already down. Like, good God, grow up. People, when they book spiritual services, they're going to come to you and they're going to tell you things that maybe they don't tell nobody else. And that's not the time for you to be like, bitch, you need to leave that man. Like, what the fuck? You don't think she knows that? Deep down, that woman knows she need to leave that man. But you got to think about the fact that she probably has childhood trauma. She probably has parents. Here's the thing. People's parents be their first abusers a lot of the time. So while you trying to yell at people like Krishan on the internet, right? You trying to yell at people, baby, she probably feel like Blueface is better than her parents. You never know. It could be that. So it's like, I don't understand all this bullying behavior. People try to hype themselves up around me, which is really weird because I don't sit and brag, but because other people will have insecurities, they come to the surface around me. And, they're like, well, with my clients, I cuss their ass out. I yell at them. Okay. All right, bitch. Mean ass bitch. The fuck? I will never book with you, bitch. If I need to book somewhere, shit, I need a safe space to talk to someone. And so how dare you claiming to be a water worker or water anything, and you're just fucking mean. Oh, so daughter of three waters. So you'll hear people say daughter of two waters, daughter of three waters. So for me, Yemoja, Oshun, and Oya. Yeah, a lot of people will brag about cussing out their clients, and because they'll compare themselves a lot of times, I've never seen that get anything done. When you yell at your friend or you be like, bitch, why don't you just leave him, blah, your friend is just going to stay with him longer. Now you've pushed him closer into his arms. But when I do the compassionate route and I'm like, girl, I wish I had the answer. I hate that this is happening. Oftentimes I just pray for people behind their back, and then they break up with those abusers quite sooner. So well, okay, yes for some people, no for some people. Yes for some, no for some. Some people will argue you down. They'll be like, no, Oya is water. All feminine is water. Some people will be like, no, she's not. But I do have her. I hate when it does this. Okay, I'm back. No, it just depends. Yeah. Depends. Yeah. Depends. Yeah. I feel like that too. But yeah, no, I tend to be really compassionate by the time I'm sitting down with a client. Some people have tried to take advantage of that, but not too many. I feel like every year it's about 3 or 4 clients, and I'm honestly blessed to say that number. That's why I took my prices up, because when I made affordable price, here's the deal. I got to stop saying affordable, because my prices are affordable. I'm actually still more affordable than a lot of spiritualists. It's just when I try to make my services more accessible to people that don't make as much money, I got a lot of play. Like, people just wanted to play games. And I'm like, I don't do this work to play games with y'all. Please, y'all. So I had to take the, I don't know if you're anything like me. Working for yourself, it's like I'll nap, I get up and work. I nap, I get up and work. I do this thing now, and it's really good for me. I have a Taurus 6th house, so naps actually are a requirement for me to be my best self. But I do this thing where I take these power naps intentionally. So for me now, especially as I dive deeper into mermaid energy, rest is a ritual. So especially being a feminine person, a creative person, when you have that watery energy, you're constantly creating. We got to recharge. So I treat naps like an assignment. If you have any Capricorn placements, that's going to be important for you to treat it like an assignment so that you can get it done. Because that Capricorn placements, they're going to make you feel guilty for going to sleep. If you treat it like an assignment that will help you make money, it will help you take that ass to bed. But yeah, I have worked my ass off, and that is why I care so much about. I didn't think that the spiritual community would be full of hugs and kisses, but I hate that it can still be so messy and mean as, these messed up churches. That's what's really fucking with my head right now. I'm about to message this lady and just ask her, like, what is it that you're hoping to see, and why do you follow me on behalf of someone else? Why do you follow me? I see you associate with Eric Colin. What is it you think you will find on my page? I don't get that. I really don't. Oh, what's this? Is this real? Nah. Yeah, it's just, that's exactly what it is. It's colonization. That's the word for everything abusive, right? Because like people they don't realize controlling yourself is the best thing you can do. Everybody wants their own version of the slave trade, and what they're not realizing is it keeps them enslaved. Like they gotta stop that shit. Oh. Yeah, I think that's if I look at this from a broad view, then yeah, I pissed off a lot of con artists because I'm letting people know that they don't have to take the religious route. Really, that is very disturbing. I always figured that, but that is very disturbing. Yeah. Me too. I want to go to some coastal African land. I want to pay respect back to the waters where there were the ports. Oh. Yeah. It could. So here's the deal. Oh, are you Igbo? Ah. Wow. I think I've heard that before, but now it will be stored in my memory. We have a lot of Africans in Houston, but you don't run into a lot of Yoruba people. I feel like I heard that before. Hey, Cosmic. Yeah, it's so many here. And then let me tell y'all what's funny. I really feel like that's what I was gonna tell y'all. Okay, so I have a great grandma who is from Ghana. Nobody told me about her. I don't know, like, oh, that's why, cause she, okay. So I have a great grandma from Ghana, right? And I don't know if I came back as her. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but like, I feel like I've seen her in a dream, but she's not as loud as the other three great grandmas. So then I'm like, huh, interesting. No. But, bitch, oh my God, wait, you're channeling. I did. Oh my God. Why did you make me remember that? Oh my God. Okay. The first play that I ever acted in, my name was Bertha. That was her name. Wow. I didn't remember that. Oh my God. Yeah. My parents met at the Ensemble Theater. And so when I was in the youth program, the first play I did, my name was Bertha in the play. I only found out that was her name. I only found out about her last year. So, wow. Yeah, I don't know. You think so? What? Wow. Yeah. But I know one thing. I know Houston has a huge African community, but I'll pick random places to go party and I'll always end up somewhere African. And I won't know, you don't know until you get there. Because it'll be like the promoter of the night. It won't even be an African bar. But, it's always magical moments too. I remember me and my friend place. I'm not gonna say the name of the place. It wasn't an African bar, but somehow she and we wanted a place to sit down, and I remember 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 and I remember
telling somebody else how to be in your situation. Stop lying. That's the only thing I have against what we do. We lie. We create fantasies and we sell them. So, addressing the undertone, there is no fear. I get tired of liars. I've literally watched women live in bad situations and they'll sit down and try to mentor the young women. Shut up, please. I just saw your husband down the street with Miss Vivian. That's what we've been living under, women. Exactly. Transparency is necessary because these femicide numbers don't exist for no reason. They really don't. Those divorce rates, they don't exist for no reason. Women are not just leaving good men. Oh, I got a good man, let me just leave him. That's not what's happening. Don't sell a dream. If it's so great, tell the truth. And again, I come from marriage, and my parents are still together happily. Great. They so cute, really. But I am not, I see things. I've seen things. I've been set in situations, friends, parents, my parents, them parents. I've seen a lot and I still see it. All of my friends. Let me tell you something. I've had to walk at least two of my girlfriends. We talked and they were at the verge of divorce. So I get a chance to see it. Bird's eye view. So I know people be lying. I just know it. It's not something I'm making up. I know it. So yeah, not fear. It's a little bit of frustration because I know people be lying. So that's not personal. That's just a general statement. But did anybody want to say anything? Anybody want to? Dollface, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to say one more thing so I can go to bed. Thank you for having me. Anyways,
you're welcome.
I went to a dinner a couple of months ago with a friend from a church that she invited me to, and we was on the table, and the question came. I just like about 5 different ladies want to know about to get married. So there was a question that came up. What is the hardest thing that you have to deal with in your relationship or your marriage? So everyone went around and just gave theirs, and then I spoke about my inconsistency and certain things I go through in my home. And this girl, she just jumped on me and she was like, oh, a man is not supposed to do this in a household. He's not supposed to cook. Why are you even bringing that up? She started going to the church and like talking about the Bible and a whole bunch of stuff. So then I asked her, I said, how long have you been married? And she said, oh, we've been married for about a year now. And I was like, okay, if you guys have been together for at least 5 years or so, can you give me a call and then we can talk better? And I was done with it. Because I know what it's like to be in the honeymoon stage. Honeymoon stage is beautiful, and it's okay to have that. And I feel like a lot of women, once they're in the honeymoon stage or they don't have a relationship, a child within the relationship or maybe one child within that relationship, honeymoon stage is still beautiful at the end of the day. But for you to make it seem like, oh, that's it, and you want to bring somebody else's down because they're complaining about certain concerns that they have within their relationship, then for me personally, I don't have nothing to say but to ask, hey, how long are you married, and how long have you been married, and do you have a child within that marriage? Then I will understand. If you say we've been together for 5-10 years or whatever the case is, and things are good, I'll be like, you know what? I'm happy for you. You were blessed to find someone that is good, that cares for you. And I'm sure you care for them too. That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dollface.
And good job. Thank you.
Good job. Okay. Well, see you next time. I'm glad to see you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, you're welcome. So when we listen to I want to just point something out because I like to listen. I don't like to listen with my emotions. When we were listening to Dangerous speak, we also heard Dangerous say that when she was in her marriage, and I don't mind because she said it herself, I'm just repeating, When she was in her marriage, she pretended to be the it couple. She pretended. That's exactly what I'm talking about. She actually said exactly what I said these women be doing. Am I wrong, Dangerous?
Nope.
Okay. So she actually came off mute to agree with me. She said exactly what I said. So it's not fear, it's facts. She just admitted to it. And I know so many other women who have admitted to it as well. Please allow me to finish.
Oh, I have a
Please,
question.
please allow me to finish. So again, Dangerous, along with a whole lot of other women that I know personally, go outside, fix their makeup, look real pretty, real nice when they with their husband, they holding their hands, they kissing their stuff. But there are major issues when they go home. So I didn't speak out of fear, I spoke out of facts. And Dangerous came and affirmed that, right? She came off mute to say that. We didn't hear that part because we want to hear with our emotions and not actually listen with our ears. Not fear, facts. And none of that has happened to me. None of it. And I'm not fearful that it will because I'm just not that type of woman. Just not. But I do know that it exists, it happens, and it happens a lot. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah, couples that were on YouTube and social media, couples that end up in divorce, and then you figure out that they were lying the entire time about how wonderful their marriages were. All I'm saying is great marriages exist. However, most be lying. They be lying. So just prepare the youth, prepare them well, please. Give them the tools that they need. Honestly. You can go ahead. Miss Noel.
Yeah, first I wanted to apologize for interrupting you.
Okay.
I had a question for Dangerous, and it's totally up to her if she wants to answer. If not, I understand. My question to her would be, why did she pretend, and does she feel like she played a role? Does she take any accountability, or did you do a self-evaluation to see perhaps you played a role as well?
Well, I pretended because I believed in representing my man well. Also hoping that he would change. I know that he knew better, but he did not do better. And when I say that, like I said, we were in the church. So people would call and he would be laying right beside me. And he would be giving the most sound biblical advice to these individuals. And I'm laying here thinking, wow, why can he not do that for us? And I kept giving him chance after chance after chance after chance because I did love him, and I still he's my ex. Don't get me wrong, we are friends, but I had to change the love that I have for him in order for me to heal from it and move forward and not bring that into a new relationship with my new person. And when you are in a relationship, and I was married for like 20 years, okay? I was in this thing for a while. And yes, I do take accountability because there are times that the spirit told me to shut up and duck, and I wouldn't. I kept trying to think I could fix it myself. But when you get to a point where the spirit goes quiet for you, when your spirit is unalived, you have to start making decisions and choices for yourself. And you have to move on. I could write a book, honey. It is the worst feeling in the world to be going to your OBGYN and sitting on the table, and she comes back and she asks you about your sexual activities. Sexual activities. Because you have something. And you know that you've been loyal to your relationship. And now you got to take medications. And then you got to get a prescription for this creature to clear him up, because no matter what you're going through, you're not denying him his pleasures. Okay? Because you care and you want this relationship to work. And then, like I said, you make that choice and it shocks the people in your community around you, because they're not understanding what has actually went on behind the door. But you don't want his reputation on his job and in the community to be ruined. Because most of these women who walk away, they don't walk away because they did not love that man. They walk away for their own sanity. They walk away for their own peace of mind before they lose it. So yeah, there were times that I could have shut up and ducked and let God take care of what he had to do. But I call myself protecting my man. But he's woke up now. And now he's trying to repair his relationships with his children. And I pray whoever he's with now, her children are there for him, because the ones he actually birthed into the world, that I birthed into the world for him, he got a lot of repairing to do, or he's going to be part of that lonely man syndrome in those nursing homes. So, yeah. I take accountability for my part. I did. There were some things that I could have done better. Yes. But for the most part, it was on him. And sometimes there was a point in my life I kept thinking to myself, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing that's not right? I'm looking at me. Am I the one that's wrong? And they have a tendency of flipping it back onto you. That it is you. If was those two little letters. Amazing. So if it's being tossed around in your relationship, it's not you, baby. I just want to say that. And I'll land my plane.
Thank you. So we're at 469K. Y'all be forgetting to tap. Can we please continue to tap the screen? And thank you for everybody who is actively, the 4 of you that's tapping the screen. Thank y'all. We at 1.1K. Please continue to tap the screen. I think that if we work together, we can get past 500K before no time. Please remember that your host has a gift goal that's always at the top of the screen. So if you don't mind, please support the gift goals and help me complete them. I would really appreciate it. I thank everybody in the room for your comments. You know I love y'all, Petty Panthers. Love it, love it, love y'all. Thank you for everybody who came on the panel. I appreciate your patience, your respect for the panel, and for yourself. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're gonna have the conversations, and most times people will be in the box longer than you may see in other places, simply because we are having the conversation, and that's just what happens sometimes. So I apologize for the queue sometimes being really long or you're waiting a while. But what I will say is I saw some people in the comments asking if they could tell their story. For sure, you can. You absolutely can. You can hit the guest request, and I will make sure to pull you up. Just give us a little patience. You have to bring a double dose of patience in this room. You need it. Trust me. I have to bring triple the amount. Okay. So thank y'all for being in the room. I appreciate it. Please don't forget to continue to tap the screen and gift the panel. If you like what they're saying, don't hesitate to gift the panel, y'all. My mods are here. They help me run this room. This is why it's so smooth. This is why there's no harassment. We get them out. You see they comment and then you don't see them no more. That's my mods, y'all, coming through the comments, which is what they do. And they do it so well because I be looking for comments and they no longer be there. That's because they done got them out of here. So we strive to keep this room peaceful so that you can come in and have a good time, not be harassed, not be cursed at, hollered at, or any of that. So we take pride in doing that. So please, gift my mods and also my panelists that's up there if you like what they're saying. And don't forget your host. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. I do want to ask a question, Miss Noel, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay. I would like clarity on the question that you asked. Dangerous. You asked her, did she have any take accountability in what? So I want to know in particular what you were asking her. Did she take accountability in specifically?
The reason why I asked her or how the question came about, because we're not perfect, right? And I'm not making excuses of what took place because I don't know. I'm only here listening, but I just know there are times that the other partner, there could be something that perhaps that could have been done differently, or we could have took part of.
I'm sorry.
In the process.
I'm sorry. Let me ask my question again. Mm-hmm. So I'm asking you in what specifically were you asking her? Did she take accountability in? What specifically were you asking her to take? Did she take accountability in?
I know my question was more like, would she said she would take any accountability of as far as to anything that took place into her marriage. Because she
Fulfill.
said because she said that she put on a show and she toughed it out, to the society. They were like the perfect couple, and she was just playing that role. So I just wanted to know if she took any if I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but by her answering it, it answered what.
I know, but I'm asking a question. I'm asking you, what is it that you were specifically asking her? Did she take accountability in?
No. I wasn't asking her if she take accountability. I said, was there anything that she could say that she would take accountability for? Maybe I didn't phrase it correctly, but that's what I was asking. Why is it so hard to be clear? Oh, let me not read these comments.
So, were you asking her, did she take accountability in the failure of her marriage? Like,
Well,
I'm not clear what you were asking her. And I know I'm here. I'm the host. I want to know. I want to be clear. Because sometimes we answer questions. Sometimes we make the mistake of answering questions without really knowing the depth of what the question is. So I want to know, what is it specifically were you asking
what
her?
you just said, that's what I meant.
Exactly. Okay. Did you know that that's what she was asking you, Dangerous? You were sure, right?
No, I wasn't listening. I'm in the comments, baby.
Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. I just want to say this. This is what I always want to be clear, because I hear intent is everything for me. Like it's just everything. It's everything. And so I would say this, and this is why it's so important for